Welcome to our channel. Today, we'll talk about a movie that has left a mark on millions of hearts, the legendary The Lion King. This animated masterpiece is filled with vivid moments, touching scenes, and, of course, charismatic characters. But like any great story, it hides its own dark secrets. Have you ever wondered what happened to Mufasa's body after his tragic death? Today, we'll dive into a shocking theory that suggests Scar might have eaten his brother. Yes, it sounds horrifying, but we have evidence to support this claim. Stay tuned, it's going to be fascinating. A recap of the plot. Let's start by recalling a key moment in the story. Scar, envious of his brother Mufasa, devises a cunning plan. He uses the hyenas to trigger a wildebeest stampede. Mufasa, in his attempt to save Simba, finds himself in the middle of the chaos. And then, one of the most tragic moments in animation history unfolds before our eyes. Scar betrays his brother and pushes him into the gorge. But if you think about it, there's something strange about this scene. After Mufasa's death, his body simply disappears from the narrative. We see Simba finding him and trying to wake him up. But after that, the movie doesn't show us anything more. What happened to Mufasa's body? Why does no one, apart from Simba, react to his death? And why did the creators choose to leave this moment unexplained? What does nature say? To understand how plausible this theory is, let's turn to nature. In the wild, lions are not just majestic predators but also highly pragmatic creatures. They are known to eat their rivals or even members of their own pride. This behavior can stem from various reasons: asserting dominance, eliminating competition, or simply hunger. Scar, as we see in the movie, is a typical alpha predator who will do anything for power. Not only does he kill Mufasa, but he also seizes his throne. Perhaps consuming Mufasa's body was a symbolic act of final domination, and this isn't far-fetched. In wildlife documentaries, male lions can be seen eliminating rivals in similar ways. The skull in Scar's lair. Now, let's discuss one of the darkest and most debated details in the movie. Do you remember the scene where Scar sits in his lair talking to the hyenas? In that scene, he plays with a skull that suspiciously resembles a lion's skull. If this is indeed Mufasa's skull, then we have direct evidence that Scar might have eaten his brother. Of course, one might argue that it's just a design choice or a coincidence. But why a skull? Why not an antelope bone or some other animal? The creators clearly wanted us to notice this detail. Perhaps it's their way of hinting at a dark truth hidden behind the colorful animation. Scar's psychology. Let's take a closer look at Scar's personality. He's one of Disney's most cunning and calculated villains. His envy of Mufasa had been building up for years. He felt overlooked, forgotten, and underestimated. Scar knew he would never become king as long as his brother was alive. But killing Mufasa wasn't just about gaining power. It was an act of revenge for all the years he spent in the shadows. If Scar truly consumed his brother's body, it could be seen as his final act of superiority. For him, it wasn't just about physically destroying Mufasa, but symbolically erasing his legacy. Why was this hidden from the audience? Now comes the question. If this theory fits so well into the story, why didn't Disney show it directly? The answer is simple. The movie is meant for children. Even the scene of Mufasa's death is already one of the most tragic and emotional moments in animation history. Adding such grim details would have made the film too heavy for its audience. However, Disney has always been known for adding hidden meanings and details that only adults can understand. Perhaps the creators intentionally left this moment open to interpretation so that we could come to our own conclusions. This makes the movie deeper and allows it to remain relevant for viewers of all ages. Alternative theories. Of course, the theory that Scar ate Mufasa isn't the only one. There are other explanations for the disappearance of his body. 1. The hyenas ate Mufasa. This theory sounds plausible as hyenas are scavengers. They might have taken advantage of the moment when Simba ran away to consume Mufasa's body. 2. Mufasa's body remained in the gorge. It's possible that Mufasa's body was simply left where he fell. But in that case, why didn't Simba or Nala find it later? 3. Symbolism. Some fans believe that Mufasa's body disappearing symbolizes the end of his era. It highlights the tragic transfer of power from one generation to the next. Mufasa is a spirit. Interestingly, even after his death, Mufasa continues to play an important role in the story. His spirit appears before Simba to remind him of his destiny. But what if Mufasa's appearance as a spirit isn't just magic but a way to show that his legacy lives on? Even if Scar destroyed Mufasa's body, he couldn't destroy his influence. Mufasa remains a symbol of justice and strength, inspiring Simba to reclaim the throne. So there you have its dark yet fascinating theory. It reminds us that even in the most child-friendly stories, there are hidden layers that can surprise adults. What do you think? Do you believe that Scar could have eaten Mufasa? Or do you have your own version of events? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new videos about the most mysterious theories from the world of movies and animation. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.